Kia ora. Some wetter and windier weather back on the cards for us, but it was another foggy start today in Auckland this morning. As we head through the night time tonight and in towards the early hours of the morning for Friday, we'll find a fair covering of cloud, and while we will keep hold of some fog through those central parts of the South Island, I think it's generally just a bit of a cloudy and grey start once again towards Auckland. This next area of wet weather moves in from the west. You can see by the time we head in towards the early hours of the morning, some of that rainfall reaches in towards Northland and Auckland, but a drier start today across those more central areas of the North Island. In terms of our temperatures, well, relatively mild up north, 8s and 9s through Northland and Auckland, even down towards Wellington, around about 10 degrees Celsius. We've still got some clearer skies and some frosty conditions down across those southern parts of the country. Temperatures are just dipping it back down below freezing there for Queenstown, and another couple of cold nights, places like the Mackenzie country. So still some frosty conditions through there, and still some pockets of mist and fog as well. As we head into Friday, we'll find more wet weather feeds in from the north and from the west. You can see that rain runs in across the North Island as we head through the daytime. Some drier conditions across the eastern side of the South Island. But even here, I think we'll find that cloud increasing towards the end of the day. And generally, the best of the weather is probably first thing before the wet weather arrives as we head through the daytime. And we have got some severe weather watches in place as this rain increases as we head through the nighttime Friday and on in towards Saturday. So the heaviest rainfall will be in those areas exposed to those northwesterly winds, so places like those western parts of the Tasman Bay, with that rain arriving again late in the day on Friday about 7 p.m. and sticking with us through in towards Saturday. Similar stories for Northern, those northern parts of the Auckland region, Great Barrier Island, and out towards the Coromandel, with that rain arriving during a Friday afternoon, well, Friday evening really, around about 8, 9 o'clock or so, and sticking with us right the way through in towards Saturday, with some heavier falls not out of the question. There's still some uncertainty, so do keep a close eye on the forecast, and as ever, the best place to find all the latest information is metservice.com. Let's take a look at the North Island for Friday there. You can see some clearer skies in towards the Bay of Plenty to start the day, and even down towards Wellington and this eastern coast, those early cloud areas clearing away. Up north, things are going to start off rather cloudy. Spells of rain feeding in from the north and the west as we head through the daytime. And you can see as we head in towards the afternoon and evening, that rain reaches in towards the Bay of Plenty, down towards Taranaki as well. But places like Wellington and the Wairarapa, even in towards Hawke's Bay and up in towards Tauranga, it's not until later in the day we'll find any wet weather. And I think for places like Wellington and the Wairarapa, dry for most of the day, but even here turning cloudier later on. In terms of our temperatures, highs of around about 16 or 17 degrees Celsius for Auckland, but I think the warmest spots are likely to be places like Wanganui and the southern coast of Taranaki, where we might find our temperatures up to around about 18 or 19 degrees Celsius. Down on the South Island, again with those pockets of early morning mist and fog through those inland valleys of the South Island, more cloud on that western coast. This cloud out towards the east should break up to give us some brightness and some sunshine through the daytime. But as we head in towards the end of the day, we'll find this next area of rainfall feeds on towards the western coast. Some heavier falls of rain, remember that watch up across those northern and western parts of the South Island. And we might find just a few spots of rain running towards the Canterbury coast, those areas north of, say, Banks Peninsula, up towards Kaikoura. Further south, some clearer skies and I think a fine end to the day. But do watch out for a touch more cloud as we head towards evening time, mainly high-level stuff for places like Otago and Southland. As we go through the daytime, we'll find our warmest temperatures up north, highs here of around about 14 or 15 degrees Celsius through Marlborough and Nelson. While down south, we'll find our temperatures staying just about this side of freezing for most of us. Temperatures bound to around about 2 degrees Celsius there for places like Queenstown and Mount Cook. Heading through in towards Saturday, a deep area of low pressure runs tantalisingly close towards us, but it stays mostly offshore. It will be bringing some cloudier and wetter weather on towards those far northern and eastern parts of the North Island, but hopefully just clipping us more than anything else, with the worst of the weather staying offshore and some clearer skies returning by the end of the day on Saturday. So a short burst of potentially heavy rainfall towards places like those northern parts of Tairafti and that eastern part of the Bay of Plenty, clearing away and then heading through in towards Sunday, moves down towards the south and to the east. This next area of low pressure brings some showers back towards those western facing coasts and a bit more of a way of blustery weather for the likes of, say, Northland and Auckland. But you can see a lot of the activity on the western side of the country as we head in towards Sunday, with some clearer skies out towards the east. And as we head in towards Monday next week, back into southwesterlies
and still some more showers to come around those coastal areas of both islands. And that's it from me. This is from metservice.com.